Pulls up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Well, you can't play the score. I mean, you've got to play the game, and I think they've got to continue to attack. You're right, Clark. Got to mix it up a little bit.
Here's Oladipo. Noah with the block. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Rose.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And the layup's good off the glass. Rose has got 20 points.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think you can do better to make up ground on them?
All right, we got a few things to cover before the second half. This isn't a game.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2.
What a game for Rose. He has 20 points. He's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And that may not be the first thing people notice about his performance, but those are important points nonetheless.
Inside, Gibson and Noah. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense.
Chicago leading by 4. Rose, a screen on Oladipo. And that's a foul called on Money. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Outside Rose. And it's blocked by Gordon. And they're able to recover. Tries again. Here's Gibson, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
For 3, got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Stone.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but you know the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Rose passes to Gibson. Outside Butler. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shoots from 12. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. 22 points for Derrick Rose. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out and taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. 3rd is Victor Oladipo.
Well, you always want to shoot a high percentage, and that goes back to the kind of shots you get. But there's no better time than the postseason to knock down most of the shots that you take.
Picked by Vucevic. Pass to Oladipo. Clock at 6. Pass to Mills. Puts one up from 19. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He's looking for some early offense, telling his guys to keep the pace up-tempo and not let that shot clock run down. He also talked about their defense in the open court, saying, don't let them get comfortable in transition. We need to shut down their fast break. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. That's good from Gibson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so here's Orlando. 6-point game. Now Mills. He's got 9. Back to Oladipo. There's the dish to Mills. Kicks to Vucevic. And it's Orlando with another.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Rose sets the screen for Butler. Dishes to Rose. And he gets it to go. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Mills with it. He feeds it to Vucevic. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Rose dishes to Butler. Passes to McDermott. Outside Butler. Left side Butler. Into Noah. He kicks it to Gibson. Into Noah. Tries again. Yes. And it's Rose with the assist that time. And now it's an 8-point Chicago lead. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Mills. Misses from close range.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Rose goes in. He dishes it to Noah. At the elbow, McDermott. Outside Rose. Noah with a screen for Rose. Rose with another miss. The Magic trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
It's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Puts it up from 12. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Gordon's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And here's Mills. 9 points in the game so far. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Shot to end this cold run. And there's the bucket coming on the way up from Mills. Mills has got 4 points this quarter. The Bulls leading by 6. Gibson the screen. Rose kicks to Gibson. Back to Rose. Outside Butler. 5 on the clock. Rose passes to McDermott. No good from outside.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Back to Rose. There's the feed to McDermott. Gordon against Gibson. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Count that one. Now just a 1-point Bulls lead. Well, Chicago has gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. There's the pass to Butler. Feeds to Gibson. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's blocked. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
I like the way they've gotten the foul line throughout the game, guys. Those are important points.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
So, Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Marion comes in for Taj Gibson. Tony Snell's checked in for McDermott. It's Heinrich in for Rose. Orlando also making some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Vucevic. Harris comes in for Gordon. And Harkless is subbed in for Oladipo. Gary Neal's checked in for Orlando. And again, no good by Chicago.
That's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Frye, good.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
To the inside. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense, and now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game.
Wide open. And yes, sir, that one drops. Frye's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Heinrich dishes to Marion. Heinrich kicks to Buck. Pass to Mirotic. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Mirotic has got 16.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Just 3 on the clock.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we end. And it has not been on just one occasion tonight that we've seen some excellent court vision from this man. State Farm assisted the game replay, featuring one of 11 tremendous assists on the game from Mills.
And you're right, Kevin, about this performance here tonight. We've seen play after play of just beautiful passing skill. And I'll tell you what, when he's playing well, when he's really in a group, this offense is like a well-oiled machine.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, Mo Harkless and Tobias Harris the forwards. Money out there with Gary Neal. And it's Frye in at the center, filling out the middle. And here's Mills from the arc, from beyond the arc, and then some. Mills has got the lead up to 5 now for Orlando. And Chicago shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Rose attacking. That's good. Rose has got 26 points.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
They set the screen. And Mills kicks to Frye. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Neal. It's up a 3. They get it again. Here's Harkless. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Magic lead by 5.
And you got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now the dish to Mirotic from downtown. The shot is off, and Orlando will come the other way. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And the Bulls making a change here. Noah's checked in, then for the Magic. Vucevic checked in for Frye. Gordon comes in for Harkless, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Gary Neal. Mills with it, now guarded by Mirotic, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right, a terrific screen right there, Steve, allowed him to lose his man and rock.
Here we go, huh? Yeah. Yo, when I was young, man, my dad had a house. I catch a contact and talk like Eka Mouse. Go to school.